Okay, aloha everybody. I'm wearing my Oahu hat as you can see, and it's actually the first time I'm using this holder. So it might break halfway through, but I will try my best. Anyway, so I have found, well, over a long period of time, I found many connections between Pidgin English that we speak in Hawaii and Japanese language. Now, a lot of these things I have discovered over time because, first of all, I grew up in Hawaii. I went to Mililani High School, go Trojans, and then I went to university on the East Coast on the mainland, and that was the first time I understood that some of the English I thought was English was actually not mainland English. It was like Hawaii Pidgin English. And one of the words that was very interesting to me was in Hawaii we say, hey, stop digging your nose. Don't dig your nose. Dig your nose, we say, right? And then if I go to the mainland and I say, hey, brah, stop digging your nose. Don't dig your nose. Everybody's like, no, it's not dig your nose, Ruth. It's pick your nose is the proper way to say it. And I'm like, okay, so dig your nose must be Hawaii style talk. Then, come to find out, I come to Japan, and everybody in Japan says hana. Remember we learned last time hana is nose. Hana o hojiru. Hana o hojiru, which means dig. Okay, so I was in the company early on, and one of my people in the company, one of my colleagues, was telling me it was like an open office plan, right? And it was very interesting to me because a lot of the Japanese, colleagues that I had would do all this stuff that I was not expecting for Japanese people to do in a company called Recruit. And one of the things they would do is they would just be, digging for gold. Like some of the guys would be like digging for gold totally, like right in front of everybody else. So at that time, I didn't really understand Japanese very well. So my colleague said, hey, Ruthie, in Japanese, Lucy, なんか日本で働いて、この会社で働いて、なんかおかしいと思ってることある? Is there something that you find strange about working in a Japanese company? And I was like, yes. That guy who's always picking his nose, I said. And the person I was talking to didn't speak English much. So to their ears, dogs are super popular in Japan. So to their ears, he was like, Pekingese? What do you mean, Pekingese? Pekingese? どういうこと? Like, why are you talking about Pekingese? And he was like, oh, you think that guy looks like a Pekingese? Anyway, so miscommunication from the very beginning. But I found out that picking your nose or digging your nose, as we say in Hawaii, is originally probably came from Japan, from Japanese, from the Japanese people that came over to the islands, and it got put into Pidgin English as digging your nose. Don't dig your nose. Speaking of digging your nose, since I got such a good reaction about the stories about Jarman, the amazing adventures of Jarman and all his funny stories, I will tell you another story that has to do with digging your nose. So in Hawaii, okay, we live up in the mountain, yeah? And get one big mango tree. So lots of bugs. Obviously everywhere Hawaii has many bugs, right? So we had some kind of infestation of ants or something in our house. So my dad was like, okay, gonna bomb them. I'm gonna bomb this house. The bug bomb, right? Where at that time, it was a long time ago, because now in Japan I also use, but you can put it with your foot. You can step on it and it releases the gas. Whereas at the time, it was the kind you have to touch with your finger. Of course, my dad, he waits till everybody's going, so that's safe. He waits till no one's home, so that's safe. He gives the pets to his neighbors, so that's safe. But then he does not wear gloves, and he just touches those bombs to set them off before he goes to work. And he noticed every time he set off the bomb, he's getting some little liquid on his finger. And then, lo and behold, he's down there at work. He used to work at Kalihi Union Church, great, fantastic church downtown, yeah? He used to work over there. He was in his office, which is in the gymnasium. It's kind of on the side of the gymnasium, and you got the big gymnasium. We used to play volleyball, and I know you guys all remember we used to play dodgeball, summer fun. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Anyway, so he's sitting in his office. He's thinking, J. Jarman is thinking. J. Jarman is doing some work. He's concentrating. So when he start to concentrate, he start digging the nose. He start, working on it in the mine for gold. And slowly, he starts to feel this burning sensation going up from inside his nose, sometimes heading towards the brain. So he's thinking, the bug bomb. Poison is on his fingertip, and he is now doing hoji hoji, digging his nose, so it's a very dangerous situation. So he runs out of his office, across the gymnasium, to the bathroom, by mistake going into the girls' bathroom. And he's in the, because he's panicked, right? So he never noticed which one he went into. He just went in right away. And for some reason, as he tells it, because he tells everybody, for some reason put his head in the toilet to flush his whole, inside of his nose and his brain to clean it from the poison. Anyway, so he's still alive, everything is fine, but he said probably when the cleaning, the janitor walked in the girls' bathroom to clean, and she saw the youth minister over there in the stall trying to wash out their brain in the toilet, it was probably one of the most surprising things they ever would see in his life. So moral of the story is, when you're touching something, especially nowadays with the coronavirus, when you touch any kind of stuff, let's wash our hands. Then you won't have to worry about, doing hoji hoji to your nose is perfectly fine and normal. But just make sure you don't have any kind bug bomb poison on it, okay? All right, J. Jarman? Anyway, so that's another one for the Chronicles of J. Jarman, interesting man of the world. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this next chapter in the connections between Pidgin English and English. And I have plenty of more of this, so hope to see you again soon. Sorry the stuff is kind of shaking. Yeah, I'm not used to this holder. But anyway, talk to you guys later. Aloha!